Alright, so after watching that Tek Tier video from PC Gamer, or from ARC that sent to PC Gamer, I just wanted to talk on it a little bit. Basically, the Tek Tier is going to take place after you learn metal structures, as it's stated here, so kind of endgame content, of course. This is what's been confirmed. In the video alone, we saw this T-Rex have like photon cannons, so some sort of T-Rex armor with armament. You see a guy with a plasma rifle. You see him like power charging through a wooden house. So I doubt they'll be able to do that through stone, but we'll have to see. He just charges and breaks two walls through a wooden house. It almost looks like there's kind of like a extreme melee attack from jumping up in the air and slamming the ground, kind of like you'd see on maybe like a Halo game or some other first-person shooters, like a ground pound. But they say they got a teleporter, which is going to be very pricey. I've seen that in a video before of a mod that someone had a teleporter, so I don't know if that was going to be the same look as that or something different. They got the power armor that has special properties. This is, alters how much and how long you're affected by debuffs, reduces fall damage, and other special properties. These capabilities do, however, require periodic recharging, so it sounds like something you're going to have to constantly put resources in. Surveillance equipment, I don't know, in heat vision, you kind of see in that video the guy almost does like a radar check, and then you see like dinos and people are outlined by red and blue, so that's kind of cool. Underwater bases that are vacuum sealed, so these aren't just talking about these little underwater spots in like the center map. You'll actually be able to just seal off a base wherever. Says as long as the structure is completely enclosed, all doors are closed, and a unit per area called a ventilator is powered, then that volume will be free of water and you'll have oxygen. If it's not, you'll be underwater and won't have any oxygen. You can construct airlocks to provide a method of entering and exiting that doesn't flood the inner compartment. So that sounds pretty awesome. You'll have like airlocks that you gotta go in, drain the water, and then go into your base. That's gonna pretty much double the area where people are gonna be able to build bases, because now they can go underwater. Force field sounds pretty cool. Shield generators, I'm guessing that's gonna be to power up like this force field. Cloaking devices, we'll see. Hopefully that's very temporary. If people are walking around invisible, that's gonna suck. Plasma rifles, I assume that's just the weapon that was in that video for the most part. Binoculars, I believe this is going to perform kind of like the spyglass, but at a distance, so you're actually going to be able to see like health and things like that. Plasma swords, didn't really show that off, I didn't see that in the video. An unnamed Tek Tier grenade, so probably some sort of plasma grenade or something along those lines. And then it says all of the structures and equipment will be built using an endgame resource called Element. It says black pearls will be needed for crafting Tek Tier equipment. So the only way you can get black pearls is killing those underwater like sea scorpions. I don't even know what they're called, but they're real deep in the water, and if you get hit by them, you get like paralyzed pretty quickly. So pretty easy to harvest, but then again pretty dangerous. And then Element, I just clicked because I hadn't heard, and they don't really talk about Element a whole lot, other than that's going to be the resource you're going to have to use. So pretty cool. I'm sure there's going to be a lot added. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that hate this, a lot of people that like this. Some people prefer the more primitive, so we'll see how it's played out. Maybe they'll have servers that do have Tek Tier and don't have Tek Tier. I assume that's probably going to be the way they're going to go. Or maybe they'll just have primitive official servers and then the rest. Basically everyone else will be playing this with the Tek Tier. This is probably pretty far out. I don't know. They did just release that video, so maybe it's not too far out, but alright, and then I'm just going to follow this up talking about patch 251 in the next little part here. So alright, so just looking into the new updated ARC. Well, it's not updated quite yet, but it's patch 251. They're going to be releasing 4 new dinos: Achatina, Megalosaurus, Moschops, and Pachyrhinosaurus. Here's a excellent picture of the Pachyrhinosaurus. Also, they released the Tek Tier video to PC Gamer, so I'm just gonna put that in somewhere in this video. So 4 new dinos. They're redoing the caves on the island, update them, just look a little bit better, I guess. So if you have anything built in the caves on the island, you're gonna want to relocate, it says. And then getting rid of the last Fear Vault 2, which was their Halloween event. But they are adding an ignore all whistles option for the dinos, which that's going to be great, because a lot of times you'll be whistling all to follow you and your whole base will just be madness if you have a lot of dinos. And some other small improvements. I think this is supposed to come out around Thanksgiving, so console players probably see it in December sometime if I had to guess. But let's just look at the 4 new dinos that they're going to be adding. So here's the Moschops. So this looks like it's making it sound as if you can have a preference on what it eats. So like you can decide what you want to harvest with it. It says it's kind of a pussy and it's going to flee. So I don't know. We'll have to see if that's worth it. It's talking about that you can prioritize, it eating meat or prime meat. So maybe this is just an easy way to get prime, I guess. Here we got the Megalosaurus. I haven't even played much with the Allosaurus in the games yet, so I don't even know. Those are like the pack animals. This thing, it says it has dodging attacks. More accurate attacks. This one I believe is like a night dinosaur, where it's not as good during the day and prefers to hunt at night. Yep, during the day it's significantly more sluggish. But it has the same effect as one of the new dinosaurs, the Pachyrhinosaurus, which it has like the lockjaw, that you can lock people into your jaws and continue to attack them or like chew them up. So this will be another cool carnivore on the island. It's nice that they're just adding some variety there. Kind of looks like he's almost got like fur on the back of him. Here we have the Achatina, or essentially a giant slug. This is just a passive way to get cementing paste. So all sorts of animals now, passive way to get useful resources, but having it passively get cementing paste is going to be excellent. Especially, well, I guess I don't know if there'll be what kind of dinos they decide to add to Scorched Earth, but on the center map it's not as easy to eat bugs with your frog than it is like the island. I found it way easier to collect cementing paste on the island. But maybe I was just in the wrong spot on the center map. So that one's going to be quite useful in my opinion. That'll be nice to have a couple of those, kind of like a dung beetle. And then here's the Pachyrhinosaurus. So these things look awesome, and that's that picture I was showing you right there. High definition picture that they have on their website. I'm not really sure. It says it's an excellent starting mount. Easy to train. Can carry quite a bit of weight. It says it can release a unique chemical on command to protect itself and its rider from nearby predators or draw attention if desired, making it a potential lifesaver in a pinch. So I wonder if it just excretes some sort of like pheromone that just makes carnivores run away for a couple seconds. That's pretty interesting. So just another variation of a trike almost, but I think it's slightly smaller. So that'll be cool. Cool early tame. As far as their unreleased dinosaurs, so those are the 4 that should be coming, the ones we just went over. Here's a list. This includes the 4 in here, but there's 27 unreleased dinosaurs yet. I saw someone talking about an update of either this Trudon or this Pachyrhinosaurus and this giant squid, so apparently those are coming out soon. Some people have videos on that already, where like this squid can actually like take down a titanosaur in the water. And it's just massive looking, so that'll be cool. But all this information is just available on ARK or ARK Wiki. I just like to check in on it every once in a while. There's a giant bee, that'd be kind of interesting. Ones I'm looking forward to, they just released a picture of this hyena, or not hyena, but like boar. And this is kind of like a medic. Kind of a weird, right here it is. Kind of a weird medic thing saying that it regenerates health really fast, but that it just eats super fast too. But I believe if you put it next to your dinosaurs or your allies, it makes it sound as if it's going to help them regenerate their health as well, so that's kind of cool. A lot of different passive things happening there. I don't know if it's this dino or this one, but something's coming out soon that's gonna have like a paralyze effect. I think it was this little guy right here, this Trudon. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yep. Maybe it's the other one. But I don't know. Getting pretty excited. I haven't been playing Ark in quite a while. But they've got these 4 new dinos coming out. Really, I guess, I don't know. I could care less about this guy unless he's super good for getting prime. I don't get too excited, but it is nice to just have more and more variety. So can't wait to see these come out. Like I said, I'm going to put the video for the Tek Tier in here. You guys can also just go to PC Gamer, YouTube, and check it out. All this information's on Ark, or Ark Wiki, of course. But hope you liked it. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment or questions or anything like that. And once these come out, I'll probably do a video of just like a spectator mode, kind of checking them out in the actual environment.